But I wanted to thank you so much, and thank you for asking me how I'm doing, because this kind of leads into, are we really that delusional? And I'm going to say where this comes from. And this is part of my healing. Today, I made the choice, I am making the choice to do whatever I have to do to benefit my healing with boundaries and in a healthy and safe way. And I say that because so many people, well, I'm going to do what I'm going to do anyways, or I'm going to do what's best for me, but it may not be in a healthy space or within certain boundaries. So I want to make that clear. I am healing in a safe, healthy place, space. And part of what I'm going to say is absolutely with that healing. And it is with this last election. I don't give two buttholes who anyone voted for. I don't care who you voted for this time, 4 years ago, 4 years ago before that, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I don't care if you didn't vote at all. It doesn't matter to me. That there is a group of people who are affected negatively no matter who gets in that office. The majority of Americans have never experienced some things that the minority of Americans have. So let me explain that. It has nothing to do with race, color, whatever. The way you want to think about it, think about it. But the truth is, the majority of Americans have been comfortable. Doesn't matter who's in office. They live a comfortable life, right? You never had to experience being told that you can't sit certain places, or you can't work certain places. Or even if you're a patron at this pizza restaurant, and I'm sharing these because I've heard these stories. Patrons at a pizza restaurant, I want a pizza from this place, but I can't even walk into the front door. Or some people, and true stories of people that can't buy houses in certain places. There are people in Appalachia who have the same story, and these are Americans. One of those things is, I guess the new administration wants to do something about the Constitution. Get rid of, I don't know what, I really don't pay attention, but I'm just hearing this stuff. And I'm saying this stuff because I see a lot of posts on all my social media, and people like talking to me, right? But for me, it is offensive to hear, oh my God, what's going to happen? Or now I'm feeling uncomfortable. And I want us to have this conversation. So don't stop talking to me, but also realize how many people have felt uncomfortable their entire lives. And their parents have felt uncomfortable. And their grandparents have felt uncomfortable. You have people here, right? And just because they're in a relationship with another race, or they have a child that's mixed, have been uncomfortable with them. So I said, when the majority of Americans start to experience what the minority of Americans have experienced, the shift will happen. Welcome shift. I'm ready for it. Because as we know, the Constitution wasn't made for everybody. We know this, right? Truthfully, it was made for the criminal. It was made for the criminal. Somebody please in the comments, I'm not even looking at the comments right now, being denied jobs because of how you look or who you love. Say prove it, Lex. Prove it. How is the Constitution made for criminals? Let me put the banner up. Let me put my banner up because I have a disclaimer. It's about to get real. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. And I want you to work through it, whatever you feel. Okay? This is real. How many of us have an abuser, a molester, a sexual assaulter, or a rapist who's still walking around? Still, they're living their best lives. I don't care who you are. How many of you have been robbed by corporations or have been discriminated against, right? Things that the laws protect. But those people who have done that to you are living their daggone best lives. But I'm gonna say it because it's what's about to come. All these criminals that are in prison for these white collar crimes, I'm talking about these million and billionaires, the ones who got caught. Let me throw in some music moguls, right? Who now, his isn't white collar crime, his is a real crime, right? Of trafficking. There's a chance they may be all pardoned. Let's be real about this. So it's almost, and I'm not telling you to go commit a crime. Please don't commit a crime. What I am saying is the work needs to be done introspectively because we are not going to change anyone else. These are grown-ass adults making decisions. I'm an adult making this decision to say what I'm saying.